In this video, I will be showing you how to kill the new Revenant Tier 5 boss that came out a bit ago. It has 10 million health. It damages you 6,000 health per second. It has fully different perks than the last boss, being it heals rapidly, throws explosive TNT, and sometimes it shoots lightning. In this video, I will be showing you how to take advantage of some of these attacks and effectively kill the boss quicker. So, let's get straight into it. First of all, the armor. You can use Superior, Shadow Assassin. I don't have a full set, but if you do, use that. Or Neck. I don't have a set of that though. You can also use the new upgraded Revenant armor, namely the Reaper armor, which you get from 6 stacks of Revenant Viscera, 18 enchanted diamond blocks, and of course, the Revenant armor that you had before. You can use this alongside with the new Warden helmet. It's basically an upgraded Crown of Greed. You use it with the Warden heart, 2 revived hearts, and 2 stacks of enchanted iron block. Now, with that away, onto the pet. What pets I usually like to use is wolf, for when you are smacking away at these crypt ghouls here. And I like to use blue whale while killing the boss. Now, for the weapons, you usually would like to use a Reaper Falchion, an emerald blade, or even a Valkyrie, if you have that much money. I like using a Reaper Falcon and a Flower of Truth. I'll get more into that later. So, starting off with the Revenant Horror, you want to kill them with either your sword, a bow, a Flower of Truth, or a Jerry Sheen gun. So you just keep killing them. I'll use my Jerry Sheen gun here since it costs so little mana, and you can kill them quite quickly. Just whenever you see a golden ghoul, make sure to kill it with your weapon. Alright, here we are already. It is an Atoned champion. They have, I think, 600,000 health, so you just want to kill this. Also, if you can't deal like 200k damage in a hit with Reaper Falchion, I suggest not to do this, since the boss would take much longer. By the way, one thing to note, you cannot damage the boss with magic damage, archer damage, but you can damage it with the Flower of Truth. I'll fast forward ahead until I reach the boss or find another mini-boss. Here's another Atoned champion, just want to kill it normally. Oh, and now the boss spawns. So I have my auto pet set up, so when the boss spawns, equip my blue whale, and you see its attack right now is to shoot this TNT. So you just want to hold S, and you can strafe. Just spam click, hold S. If you're not hitting him, then don't hold S and go back a bit. But the TNT will one-shot you, so be wary of that. Now he's in his boom thing, you can get a few attacks off of him there, but then you want to get out of the radius after 1 or 2 attacks where you are sword swapping. I will show you how to do that a bit later in the video. Right now, since he's below around 3.5 million health, he will go into his enraged form. It looks basically the same, but he uses his attacks much quicker, and he moves faster. He may deal more damage with his normal attack too, it's just nothing to note. Now, I killed him there. Not that hard of a boss fight if you know what you're doing. Just have to play it safe. Now for this quest, I'll show you a little bit more in depth. So, to sword swap, you hold the weaker sword, being the Flower of Truth here, swap to your more powerful sword, being the Reaper Falchion, and then you attack. So you just want to do this normally. There's also this Atoned Revenant. Make sure to not let it hit you too much because it does deal some damage. Not too much damage, just have high HP. But if you have less HP, then it might be something to worry about. On with the boss here, make sure to hold out the Flower of Truth at first, and then quickly swap to the Reaper Falchion or whatever you're using and attack. I like to sometimes, when it gets further away from me, swap to my Flower of Truth and use its ability, since that affects it. So you just want to run away and use your Flower of Truth, if you have one. Now you want to do the sword swapping thing and teleport out of the way. You can also use a Flower of Truth once you're out of the way to deal even more damage. Then you just play this normally. One thing to note though is with the Flower of Truth, you can effectively sword swap with that too. If you use the ability, then swap to your main weapon. Once it reaches its enraged form, you want to play it a bit more safe. Just run away more. And you might want to use your Flower of Truth more too. I could not have killed it there. Though, if it was at 600,000 health, you could have just stayed there and kept attacking it, and you would have defeated it. There you go. Now the boss is defeated. Also, something else to note about the new update, there's this RNGesus meter, and once it reaches 100, I assume you are guaranteed an RNG drop. It is very good. I actually recently got this Warden Heart, though I was not recording. And I also got a legendary ghoul pet here. I will show screenshots of that now. I actually have no idea how I managed to acquire those so quickly, but I guess that's how it is, and I'm not complaining. I'll just do one more boss fight, just going over it quickly. Alright, if this happens, just make sure to focus on the lesser enemy. So you just want to spam left click, hold S. Maybe let go of S if you're not hitting it. If you're not hitting it, also use your Flower of Truth. Once it goes into its boom phase, make sure to get 3 sword swap hits, then run out of its area of attack, and use your Flower of Truth. Right now I can kill it, so I do. Since it was doing its boom phase, I could just keep sword swapping, and I would kill it. It is also optimal to have good talisman reforges, and have your sword at least a bit enchanted. I suggest to have at least 1 page of accessories before fighting this boss. You don't really need to use the mana flux, or even a weird tuba. Those things are completely optional. Though, I assume they would make the fight a bit faster. Be wary though, if you're using the Auto Slayer feature, make sure that you're not wasting all of your money, since these do take, 100,000 coins. They take 95,000 coins from me, since I have level 7. I got a lot of sword swaps there, though if I got any slightly bit more greedy, then I could definitely die. I don't suggest doing that, unless you have a death wish. By the way, make sure to allow it to hit you once in a while. If not, it will automatically regenerate. Another part to cover about this update is the Mixins. There is the wolf fur Mixin, the spider egg Mixin, and the zombie brain Mixin. They require level 8 of the corresponding slayer, and they go with god potions to make them stronger. They're actually very good, so I suggest to use them if they're available to you. There's also this hole that you can jump in. Definitely intentional. Thank you, devs. We really needed that. They also reduce the cost of god potions, making them last shorter, but the higher alchemy level you have, the longer they will last. They will also last longer using a legendary parrot. As you see here, at level 100, it increases the duration of god potions by 20%. Finally gives Refraction a reason for the level 100 parrot. Moving on to the Slayers themselves, I don't think they added a tier 5 bonus to this. Also, in the random Slayer boss, they don't make it possible to do a random tier 5. They of course added this Auto Slayer feature, which automatically starts a new quest. They added 2 drops here, one being the Shard of the Shredded, and the other being the Warden Heart, which has the odds of RNGesus Incarnate, which I somehow got. I'm still baffled. They also allowed you to drop Revenant Viscera, though you must kill a tier 5 Revenant to attain it. Going alongside with the Reaper armor, they added the Wand of Atonement, which honestly isn't that good. All of these wands aren't too good. And 170 hearts per second for 3 seconds. Is that really good? No. So yeah, this sums up the video. If you liked this, then make sure to like, and if you really liked it, then make sure to subscribe, and goodbye.